All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the nation of Israel. And this is going to be a video out there to all of the people of our nation, all you so-called black people, Latinos, Native Americans, all of you that are so against us being the Israelites, right? What the hell do you think that you're doing that's so great? And have you figured out the answers as to why our people are going through all the things that we're going through then? Because you're all so against us being Israelites, right? You just really don't want to believe it. You're all wondering and questioning why we believe that we're the Israelites. Maybe because we are. Have any of you considered that? The same research and mouth that you've got to run to prove that we're not the Israelites, have you actually used that same mouth and same time to look into it and say, you know what? Maybe we are. No, you haven't. Romans chapter 11 and verse 7. What then? So considering all the things I've just said then and all the things that you say, right? What's up with it then? What then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. You're blind. Either we're blind or you are, right? This is what all of you are going to have to acknowledge. Either we're blind and we're deceived, or you're deceived. But you've tried being, you see all this. I'm gonna be a black man. I'm gonna work hard, 70 million hours a week, right? I'm gonna work hard. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. That's been done already, right? That's been done before. Or I'm gonna own a house, and then I'm gonna own another house, and then I'm gonna flip that, and I'm gonna have some people living in this property, and that's been done before. There's plenty of other people of other nations that have also did this, and they are still not safe in their life. There's plenty of other people in all these other nations that when that lockdown came, they still didn't have a clue what to do. They didn't have a clue. And Bible sales went up in the lockdown. And I find it funny that people are so against us being the Israelites, right? But do you people even know and understand any of the prophecies concerning the Israelites? You've all just agreed in your mind to be like, you know what, those people over in the land of Israel, they're the real ones. And anyone else that says that they're not. But have you considered the prophecies concerning this? Because one of the prophecies is this, and I'm going to get it right now. One of the prophecies concerning the real Israelites, one of the things that they would do on the earth when they are back in the land, right, is this. Isaiah chapter 2 and verse 2, and it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of Yahweh's house shall be established in the top of the mountains and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it. Now, they've been in that land since 1948, and really, before that, since like it's around more like 20 years before that even, right? And since they've been there, what have they did? Do most people even actually truly know what they claim to believe as being a so-called Jew? Do most people even actually know and understand what they actually really claim to be about, man? Do most people actually even really understand what they say they believe and what are they about? I don't believe so. And all nations shall flow unto it, and many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of Yahweh, to the house of the God of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and will walk in his paths. Now, all you people that don't want to believe that so-called black people are the Israelites, and you believe that those people in the land of Israel are the Israelites, okay, you should be going to them then to learn the laws of God. If they're really the people, you should be going to them, teach me of the ways of Zion. Are you doing that? Would you want to go to them and learn anything like that from them? I don't think so, mate. I don't think you would. Yet you've confirmed it in your mind to be so against us being the Israelites. They've just agreed for them to be, okay, go and learn the laws from them then, and watch them swiftly tell you to get away from them. If you was to go up to one of these smarts and say, yo, teach me of these ways, they ain't going to want to do it. They're just very secretive about everything that they claim to believe in. They've got this whole book called the Talmud. What's in there? Where do you even find one? Because it's damn easy, real easy to find a Bible, isn't it? But why is it so hard to find one of those? Why is it so hard, man? Some of you people are so lost when it comes to talking about things to do with the Bible and the Israelites and stuff like that, that you want to say, oh, the Israelites follow the Torah, the Jews follow the Torah. You know that this same Torah that you're always talking about is actually inside the Bible that you've all always had. It's the first 5 books of the Bible is the Torah. It's not no secret, deep, hard to find thing. And if you don't believe me, look it up. Torah, Torah. Look it up and see what the Torah is. But when it comes to this Talmud thing, like, what's that about, man? Who knows, or who the hell knows what that's really about? And whenever people do bring out any small amount of information on from it, it's all vomit worthy, man. It's all of it sounds disgusting. The things that I've heard that it said, people say that's written in there sound disgusting, man. It sounds more like a book of witchcraft. All you people are running your mouth against the Israelites, you got so much to say. Even our own people, mostly. But what the hell have you did that's so great then, man? What's the alternative that you've came up with? Be black and have a job. And now, am I saying that you don't need a job in this world? Of course you do. But be black and have a job. Okay. Then what after that? Make sure it's a good job. Okay. And how much money do you want to earn? Oh, 6 figures. Okay. And what about inflation? What about when that 6 figures is no longer worth as much as it was before? Then what? Oh, well, then I just got to step my game up and get to the bag, innit? Okay. And how much bag can you have? Because Kanye West had a bag, right? Kanye West had a bag, huh? P. Diddy had a bag. P. Diddy had a bag, right? Kyrie Irving had a bag, didn't he? And all Kyrie Irving did was share a video on that's on Amazon. And things weren't looking too nice afterwards. Like, what the hell? What Kanye West said, that we're the 12 tribes of Judah, which that's not the way to say it, because it's not 12 tribes of Judah, it's the 12 tribes of Israel. But after that, what happened to him? And this is what I mean with you people. You're so against us being the Israelites, right? And you think that we're saying it, oh, because we want to have some kind of honorable position in this world. We are going to have an honorable position in this world. And the top position on this earth is to be the chosen. And that's us. But you are so scared to be that you'd rather try and act chosen under the banner of being black. Because all you people that claim to be black, you're still talking like you're the special anyway. But you're thinking that you're special because you're black when you're not even that. That's the thing. Prove you're black. This jacket that I've got on right now has got white on there and black on there, right? No one on this earth is that skin, the part that's white right here. Nobody's that color, right? And nobody's black. So what are you people talking about, man? You got so much lip running, so much running of your mouth to say. There's so much running of the mouth to say, man. But what have you did that's so great for to make our people believe? Then what's the belief system that you've came up with? Be black and get a job and own some properties. Be black and get a career. Be black and have a trade and have a job. Ultimately, be black and have a job and make some money and just be in this society and shh, don't say nothing and shh, and don't show too much of your wealth because you don't want people to steal from you. So have things that of worth, but be too scared because you understand that the society is against you, so you don't want to show them. So you might have you'll have the money to be able to buy nice things. You might be able to have the money to buy a nice car, and have the money to have a nice house, have the money to have the nice clothes. But you'll be like, well, I don't want to show my wealth, and you copy what the elites do. But the reason why they are secretive with their wealth is because they're not supposed to be in power. We're supposed to be. And when we're truly in the position that we're going to be in, we're not going to have to hide what we have. We're going to have wealth and show it. We ain't going to, I'm going to hide what I've got because people are going to steal. They wouldn't dare in our kingdom. They wouldn't dare steal from us. Don't you understand that? When we're in the position of power that the Hebrew Israelites are talking about, we ain't going to have no fear. Now, let me read a prophecy on that, which is something that a lot of you so-called black people are scared of. You're scared of prophecy, right? Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 3, and it shall come to pass in the day that Yahweh shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, because y'all are scared as well and y'all are sorrowful. No matter how much y'all want to run your mouths about, oh, forget being an Israelite. You're quick to always talk about racism though. Now, even the people that are so against talking about racism, eventually y'all start talking about it. And that's of all these different nations. For example, you had this guy from Fresh and Fit, this Myron guy, which that guy, man, I don't know what's wrong with him. He really actually believes he's a so-called white man. It's ridiculous. But he always used to talk about how our black people are always blaming the white man for this and the white man for that, right? But then his thing is that everything that's being done, most of the problems that's being caused in this world are being done by the Jews. In fact, even the fact that people are scared to even say Jews is a problem. That shows that, hang on, why are them people able to not have things spoken about them like anyone else can? What's up with them? What's so great about them? What's so grand about them that nobody should be able to speak about them? Well, why did they earn the right? Or because of some hollow this and hollow that situation with a German man with a dodgy mustache? Well, okay. I'm sure there's a few people that had dodgy mustaches that did things to us during the Atlantic slave trade, man. But then you people say, oh, but you wasn't ever technically one of those. Okay. Do you say the same thing to a Jew, a so-called Jewish person? When they start crying and ranting and raving about what happened to their people, you say, but you never went through that, did you? So get over it. Do you say that to them? No, you don't. You say to us, we're not a Jew and we're not an Israelite. Okay. When did they ever prove that they were? When did they ever prove to you with anything of worth that they're one for real? So you're happy to accept that we're not one. But what did they ever do to convince you that they are? Having a stupid thing on their head. Where's that about? What's that got to do with being an Israelite? In fact, if they're really the Israelites, why don't they call themselves Israelites? And how comes they haven't designated who they think every single tribe is, like how the Hebrew Israelites have done? The Hebrew Israelites have got 12 tribes chart where they've said, you know what, these are who the tribes are for the most part, and there's going to be people that kind of blend into different ones. But the people that are actually claiming to be the Israelites that people in the world believe really are, they haven't even did that. If you ask them where the lost 12 tribes are, they lost somewhere. That one day they'll return. One day they'll return. Mate, they're full of shit. Ultimately, they're full of shit. And most of you so-called black people are full of shit too. And I see you in the everyday world, you got no smoke for anybody else. But the moment your own people are walking on the street, you popping up your chest, trying to walk all slow and intimidate. Fix up, nigga. Don't act hard. Because when it's just another person of another nation, you ain't fucking doing that, are you? So don't try. Yo, who's my man? Who are you, bruv? Are you an Israelite or not? About who's my man? Who are you, bruv? Who are you? Oh, you're black, are you? Prove it. Prove you're black. Prove you're black. Or are you just saying, but I believe in you black because some white man told you you are? But then when your own people say, you know what, you're an Israelite, and look at these curses in Deuteronomy 28, don't they match your life? Don't they match the whole thing what y'all say about, but so-called black people would do things to so, yeah, they do. So-called black people do things to so-called black people. Why? Because it's one of the curses. Or you women, oh, the men ain't doing this, the men ain't giving, it's not this, they're not that, they're not providing. Well, that's one of the curses. One of the curses, and I'll go to it right now. The curses show that the men are going to have a grievance against the women, and the women are going to have a grievance against the men. Now, some of you people will say, oh, that's just an excuse for your failures. Well, someone's got to be, if it's not us that's going through these curses, right? And you people all believe that those people in the land of Israel are really the Israelites, well, then they should be going through these curses then. Unless you're trying to say that they've somehow managed to overcome the power of God's curses without keeping the laws. Because that would be a grand feat. You might want to figure out how they did that. Go ask them. Because that would mean that somehow they've managed to overcome God's curses, right? They managed to overcome God's curses without keeping the laws. That's what you're trying to say they did then, right? No, they haven't. Deuteronomy chapter 28. And verse 15, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which are commanded this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. There's not no part where it says in there, but if you don't believe in them, you're gonna escape them. No, you ain't escaping them. And there's some of you people that don't believe that you're an Israelite, right? You're like, I don't believe that you're an Israelite. But then you've got all these stories that you tell about when you was on the roads, or back when I was on the roads and I was boxing up man and man was chasing me, and it was me and 5 man's going down to and doing this and doing that. Yeah, that's the curses, dummy. That's the curses. Don't think now because you're a little bit further away from that the curses ain't still valid. Because those people that are closer in proximity to that same kind of environment are still undergoing those curses. But then the moment things start getting too hot and we start to prove, you know what, there's certain things that happen to us that don't happen to everyone else. Y'all want to try and say, well, things have happened like that to people throughout times of history. Not like what happened to us, it hasn't. Oh, but you never went through that. So if we put you on the spot and we prove that something happened to our people different than what happened to others, then you're going to say, oh, but you didn't specifically go through that. Okay. So then if you've got a family member and they're going down the street and they get absolutely brutalized in some horrible, horrific way, like, do you have the right to be grieved? Or should you not be grieved because you never went through it? And then what's the time frame in what you're allowed to grieve for one of your loved ones going through something? A year? A month? Like, what is there? Is statute of limitations on grievance? And if the wound's never covered up, don't you have a continual right to complain? And then on top of that, who the fuck do you people think you are to tell us whether we can or can't complain about something? Who the hell do you think you are? Who do you think you are? How much power? Like, some of you people give yourselves too much power. You can't tell us what to complain about. Who the hell do you think you are? If we can't complain about that, then you don't complain about nothing to do with yourself then. Don't complain about no immigrants coming over to no country. Don't complain. Don't complain about anything, right? How about everyone shuts up and don't complain then? Y'all want to talk about some of you people out there want to talk about some we was kangs, right? I want to call man didn't do nothings and all that, right? But you're all complaining, oh, England used to be so much greater than this. Oh, it's Londonistan. You got all these things, oh, doctors and engineers when you're not a doctor or engineer yourself. Oh, they're bringing over these doctors and engineers. You're not a doctor or engineer yourself. That's the thing. You're not one. I know you Edomites can try and pretend to be such loving people, but when you've got the sick and elderly of your people, the people that I see taking care of them most of the time are people that look like me. The women and men of our nation most of the time are taking care of them. So if we're such violent people, why would you put us in a position to take care of your elderly? That don't make sense, right? You wouldn't put a violent person in a position of power over someone old and frail that's coming to the end of their life. You wouldn't do that. You'd put a caring group of people there. And that's what you people have did. But you're so full of shit that you understand that we're caring, and that's why you people all take the piss. But our hatred is being increased for people that hate us, man. Why you can't love somebody that hates you? You have to treat them exactly the same way. Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 54, going back to the point that I made about how the women are going to have agreements with the men under the curses, and the men are going to have agreements with the women. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be even towards his brother, and towards the wife of his bosom, and towards the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. So some of the things where you were saying that the men leave, to some degree, you're right. But then at the same time, some of the women pick the man that's more likely to leave because he's cool and she likes the way his ponytail is. She likes the way how he's got them Chicago rapper dreads and he can bounce him around like Chief Keef. She likes that. And okay, if she likes that, have it. Crack on, mate. Do what you want. The world's your oyster, sweetheart. But don't fucking complain when it goes exactly how it should go. Don't complain then, man. Because there's a whole bunch of people that didn't want to be no thug. They didn't want to be on no road, man, bullshit, none of that bollocks. They didn't want to do none of that crap. But they chose to do it because they wanted to be with a funky ass harlot like you. And if you grieve by that, I don't care. Right? Who cares, man? Because the men and the women of our nation need to fix up, not just the men. The women need to got some work to do as well, man. It's not just a man problem all the time, man. Because even if the men did fix up and so-called do all the things that women say that the men should do of our nation, right? Okay, do they get a different quality of women to pick from? Or are a lot of the women going to be still worshipping this society? Because most of our women don't desire us to have money and wealth so that we can build our own kingdom. They desire us to have money and wealth, right? And all these trinkets of this society so that we can buy the bullshit that this world tells us that we're supposed to enjoy. They want us to have all this disposable income so that we can buy them a bag with an LG3T person, an alphabet and a rainbow's name on there. And then now we're living the dream, right? Or so that we can buy a car with an Edomite's name on there. And then now we've made it, like we've reached the holy grail of life, haven't we? And then of course, we don't want to have these nice things and just have them. No, we got to have people envious and covetous of it, because otherwise it's not worth anything. That's one of the black slogans, right? The so-called black slogans. If you ain't got no, if you ain't got no haters, you obviously ain't doing it big in the game. You obviously ain't doing it right if you ain't got no haters. But then the Hebrew Israelites must be doing it real great then, because they've got a whole bunch of haters, haven't they? So why don't you take your black proverbs and apply it to that? Because the Hebrew Israelites have got a whole bunch of haters. So they obviously must be doing it real big, right? Doesn't it say in the scriptures, blessed are you when men shall speak ill of you? So to a certain degree, you ninjas ain't too dumb on that. You are kind of right. You are blessed when people speak ill of you. So the Hebrew Israelites then must be real blessed because all of you people are speaking evil of him. Drosky's doing skits, right? Kanye West standing up and talking about it, then apologizing, sitting down all timid. Yeah, because I was going through things. I've got mental health. Yes, shut up, man. I was going through things. Things was going bad for me. Whatever, man. Whatever, bruv. You just want to make another album. Don't start playing games. They took you to one of them back rooms, gave you a once over, and then you was like, man, I can't handle this. Whereas you thought, because of your arrogance, you thought, man, I'm Yeezy. If I say that we're the Israelites, this whole kingdom's gonna end right now. That's what you thought, didn't you? But you found out, actually, you're not that guy, bruh. Yahweh Shai is the person that we're waiting for, not you. It's about Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is the savior. Now, you opening up your mouth and speaking about that did condemn a lot of people that have heard it and then decided to still not believe it anyway. Because all you people have heard about us being the Israelites, man, and you all decide to just say nah. And then you think, if I say I'm an Israelite, then my life's gonna be peak. My life's gonna be jacked up. I can't get no money like doing this. Okay, you've denounced being an Israelite. You got the bag yet? You balling now, yeah? Like, let us know, man. Do one of them videos that y'all like to do, showing all the wealth, man. Y'all balling yet? You balling yet? You're so against being an Israelite, and you're like, oh, them Israelite man are dust in there, bro. Okay, have you reached the money yet, or are you getting there? Are you on your way? You on your grind, yeah? But you ain't got it though yet, have you? But you got all this running of the mouth about the Israelites all the time. But you ain't doing it too big yourself in life, man. And that's what y'all don't ever want to accept. Y'all ain't killing the game yourself. Y'all ain't just slivering through, living this most buttery life. Your own selves, man. Even the people of you that think you are, you ain't. Oh, you're a millionaire. Okay, that's better than most. But really, amongst people that, when it comes to talking about money, you're one major league event in the society from having all that rinsed. You're one or two law changes away from not being like that. They could just change two laws, maybe one. Yeah, wealth's gone. They could just, oh, people that have got properties need to this and that, and they need to give them back. We need to build we need to build something through where your house is. So you're gonna have to move it. We're gonna have uproot the whole house. We'll give you some money for it though, some of our money with our face on it. We'll give you some of that, and then we control the value of it anyway. But this house that you've got right now, no, we need to move this and build something through it because it's better for the whole society in general. So your house that you thought you had, okay, you're gonna have to move it. We'll pay you some money though. Don't some of our money with our face on it. We'll give you some of that. So don't be arrogant, man. Don't think because you've got some wealth above your own people that you're better than them, because you're not. Don't let this world fool you, man. Don't let it fool you, bro. Let's carry on. Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 55. So that he will not give any of them of the flesh of his, so that he will not give to any of them of his children. Excuse me, 1 second, man. Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 55. So that he will not give to any of them of the flesh of his children whom he shall eat, because he have nothing left of him in the siege. And when it all goes down in this society again, a lot of men ain't gonna have nothing, including you men that have things now. When all hell breaks loose in the society, let's say all hell breaks loose in the society, and you're an Israelite that's got 10 properties, you're a so-called black man that's got 10 properties, right? Expensive ones even. Like your property portfolio is reaching like $500 million. Let's just say that's the case of how many properties you got. Okay, and you're in New York or Los Angeles, but you've got properties in other states of America and other places of the world. How are you getting there? How are you going to get there and enforce that no one's supposed to overtake your house now? How are you going to do that? That's what I want to. How are you going to stop that happening? Or are you even going to be worried about that when your survivor's on the line? Are you going to have time to think, now I need to see how my property in London's doing? But you're in New York, mate. Or you're in Los Angeles. Or you're in Texas. Like, why are you worried about what's in New York? You need to worry about what's happening right here. Or it could be you've got a property literally a mile away from where you are right now. Okay, but it's going bad where you are right now. So have you got time to think about what's going on a mile down the road? Or have you got time? Do you have to think about what's happening right in front of you? This is what I mean. A lot of you people are not really considering the day that the Hebrew Israelites have been telling you about. That you also agree that they're telling you to repent. They're telling you to repent because a day is coming that you are not ready for, man. You're not ready for it. I don't care how much you think you've gone to the gym, or you guys, you think, oh, I'll go to the gym and mate, that's not going to be enough. Some of you people that thinking that you've got something else. Oh, I don't even do fights. I ain't going to be no fair ones. I've got my, oh, you think that's going to be enough? You little, oh, I've got my, and everybody else don't have one because they're not legal. You think that's going to be enough, bro? That's nothing. The day of the Lord winners are not going to be a thing based on riches, wisdom, or your might. It's going to be based on faith in the Lord. And the Hebrew Israelites have been continually warning you people about these things, and you didn't listen. The women got a little taste of what kind of things are going to be happening when all of those trinkets of this government funding started getting taken away from them, and that was just a small one. And they've been getting told about that for decades and didn't believe. You so-called black men have been getting told, listen, man, the time's going to come where the government's going to charge up and be all up in your neighborhoods, testing how tough you think you are. I know I've did videos talking about that as well. The time came where they was like, okay, we're doing it. We're going to go to these areas that you told us don't go because y'all got switches. And what was y'all doing when they got there? Nothing. Y'all didn't pull up and try to act like how you act towards another so-called black man that's in your neighborhood without checking in. Did they check in? Or did they come and check your ass? Talking about, yo, you ain't checked in, dude. You ain't even got no space to check in. How's he going to check in? He don't know you from nowhere. He never met you before. He don't have your phone number. He don't know anything about you. He don't know your name. He's never met you before once. And you're talking about, yo, you got to check in, man. What are you doing in my city? Your city. What are you on about? Oh, this is my block. No, it's not, bruv. It's not even the country that you're supposed to be from. It's not even the land of Israel. But y'all are so lost and got such hatred in your heart because the Israelites are telling you the right thing. And you think, man, if they would just leave me alone, then I could just finally, I'm almost there, man. I've almost got the bag, and the bag's right there. I've almost got it. No, you haven't, man. Because the moment you try and get closer to the bag, they can just change the rules. Okay, that used to be money. Now the money is this. Now the money is digital. Okay, the money used to be something, but now the money is digital and it is coded to where your wages that you get. You are a six-figure earner now. Congratulations, but now your six-figure salary is coded to where if you don't spend all of that wages in that month, it's gone. And we're going to make sure that you're going to own nothing can be happy. So your wages are going to be basically availability to have all the things that we're going to give you on a direct debit. So, okay, you've got this nice house that you're living in. It's on a direct debit based on the digital credits that we're giving you. The car, yeah, that's based on the digital credits. Your fridge, yeah, digital credits. All of it's access. You can have complete access to it as long as you do whatever we say. And then you're still going to have to do this job as well that we're going to give you. But at the end of it, and this is what some people don't believe, man. You don't believe that they'll do that. You really don't believe that they'll do it, man. You think that these current Edomites that you're seeing in front of you are different to the ones in the past. But here's the thing: there's no need for you to go on a slave ship anymore and be taken to anywhere. You're already where they wanted to take you. So there's no need for them to beat your ass, break you down, put you on a slave ship and take you somewhere because you're already at the destination, aren't you? There's no need for them to punch you up, beat you down, do all the things that we can read about and know that they did centuries ago, because they're now the warfare is different, right? The moves are different now. If when somebody like get when you hear about all these stories where people get kidnapped and all these kind of things, right? They brutalize a person initially, and they can kidnap them. Once a person's kidnapped and they're chained up and they're in the captivity position, they ain't no need to always do those kind of things again because they're already where they want them to be. They've already got you where they want you. Now you all are so lost. They don't need to do those things to you no more. They've had generations worth of torture and torment that they've did to you. So now the plans that they initially had to get what you originally were out of you is happened already. So now you can be told you're an Israelite, clearly see proof that you're not black because my skin is brown. And I've did a test before where I've got a copper coin, yeah, got a copper coin and put it right on my hand. It's exactly the same color, a 2 pence piece. All you people in the UK, you do it. Get a 2 pence piece, right? Which is a brown coin. Pull it on your hand, and I guarantee that they're going to be damn near exactly the same color. Because when I've did it, it's damn near exactly the same color. A copper coin and my skin tone are pretty much identical. A brown coin, a 2 pence piece to be exact, and my skin tone are damn near exactly the same. And that's the way it is for most so-called black people. Yet y'all still believe you're black. Why? If I put this thing by my face here, it's clearly not the same color as it. It's right by my chin right now. It's clearly a different color, isn't it? Clearly. What's wrong with y'all, man? But you know what? I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this because it's true. It's not even your fault. You're blinded, right? There's something going on in this world that's so far above your spiritual connection to Yahweh that it's not even your fault that you don't believe this. He made you not believe it. But before you leave this earth, a lot of you, you're gonna realize that this was the truth. A lot of you, in fact, all of you are gonna realize it, man. All of you are gonna. If you're still on this earth when the day of the Lord is here, you're gonna realize, man, this was true all along. Let's carry on. Isaiah chapter 20, Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 56, going into how the members gonna have a grievance against the women. Because I already just read why the women would have a grievance against the man. In fact, I didn't even read all of that. Let me go. Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 55. So that he will not give to any of them of the flesh of his children whom he shall eat, because he have nothing left of him in the siege, and in the straitness wherewith thine enemy shall distress thee in all thy gates. Now, this is getting ready to happen again, this kind of thing where we're going to be distressed in our gates, and the men are not going to have availability of anything to give. Ain't that one of the complaints that women have got right now? Ain't that one of the things women are complaining about right now, that the men don't want to provide no more? And there's a reason why the men don't want to provide no more. A lot of them ain't got it to give. And a lot of them are like, you know what? What's the point anyway? Why the hell should I feel like I have to be honored to pay all of a woman's bills that's also boasting about how she don't need my money and my little this amount of money, my little that amount of money? And she's boasting about how she's got her own job and her own money to pay for her own self. So okay, pay for it then. Don't just tell us. Do it then. Oh, you've got your own this and your own that. Okay, buy it then, man. Spend it then, man. And that's what these women don't understand. They're boasting about all these things that they've got, but then when it comes to actually proving it, they're begging all the time, man. You had this whole thing on Twitter that was exposing women in the UK begging, and then it was absolutely crazy to me how women in America was trying to be like, "Yo, girl, I can't believe y'all doing this, begging all that money, mate. You American women are the top beggars. The women in the UK learn the begging from you. And over in the UK, there's a thing called the cost of living crisis and all that. They ain't that happening over in America. You women in America, the top beggars. I don't know what y'all are talking about. As wicked as the women over here in the UK are, the men in America are worse. And that's why you women have grieved about the passport bros thing, because you don't want all the other men that have got money to realize, man, you're trying to tell me that we can get some women to do whatever we want them to do for a cheaper price than what we want these women to do? Because these women are talking about they want some six figures and some millionaires and some this and some that to be able to, for them to even pattern down and really act normal. But then we're realizing that even when we have that money, they don't know how to do those so-called wife activities that they claim anyway. Like I saw a video today where the woman was talking about oh, I'm not gonna cook for you on a wife level. I'm not gonna cook for you on a wife level because I'm a girlfriend at the moment. So when I become the wife, then I'm gonna cook for you on a wife level. That's dumb. Because if you was to find out from all the men that she slept with, does she suck it on a wife's level? Does she suck it on a girlfriend level or suck it on a wife level? Is she throwing it back on you? Did she throw it back on you? Like it was a girlfriend level or like it was on a wife level? And you come to find out she was doing it on a 304 level, going Lamberg with it, mate. She wouldn't be, they never ease up on that way. They don't decide to beg for money on a girlfriend level, do they? No, they're begging for money on a damn beggar's level. But then when you talk about these things, they try and think they can try and manipulate somebody. If you ain't got it, just say that. If you broke, just say that. No, how about the man has got the money and don't want to give it to you? Like, is your ego that high that you think as long as the man's got the money, he's always gonna give it me? And he's saying he's not gonna give it because he obviously don't have it. No, he's got the money and he don't want to give it you. Like, don't you think that men might have things that they want to spend their money on outside of you? Are you that arrogant? Verse 56 said that the tender and the tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eyes shall be even towards the husband of her bosom, and towards her son, and towards her daughter. And a lot of you daughters out there, right? You've got a whole bunch of grievances that you could say that your moms did to you, and you don't say them because of some fake ass sisterhood BS. A lot of the reasons why some of you women don't like men is because your mom made you like that. Because she dated your dad and she knew that your dad wasn't on point, or he was on point, and she ran him off anyway. And had the nerve to be bothered that he decided to have some respect for himself and said, you know what? If the children can't come with me, then unfortunately I'm gonna have to leave them as well. Because being around the children means I'm gonna have to see you, and I don't want to see you because you get on my damn nerves. So I'm out. You women think that, oh, the man's supposed to just, oh, his love for this and love for that, it's supposed to just make him keep coming back and taking all the bullshit. Nah, that's not realistic, man. And the unfortunate, stone cold hard truth is that all of you women out there, right? If it really got down to the wire and men decided, you know what, and I'm talking about every man of every nation now, and they just decided, you know what, things are going on hectic right now. All of us men of our own individual nations, we need to stick together because we're the strongest. And after we win this, whatever we're going to try and whatever we're going through right now, we'll restart our whole nation all over again with whatever women are left over, whether it be our women or whatever women it be. We'll restart our nation again through the men of our nation. That's the stone cold truth, that men have got the advantage of being able to do that. You women can't do that. Any of you women out there, if all the men of your nation are not around anymore and they don't exist, they're not alive, your nation's still alive technically because you are alive, but the nation really died with them. And this is what a lot of you women don't understand. You think that your womb is just the most blessed thing on the earth, but no, the seed is the most blessed thing. Jacob had seed and had 12 sons, and that seed is still on the earth now to this day because of the seed of his children. And because they kept giving women that seed. Because the women of any nation can have an Israelite child, but that has to involve an Israelite man. An Israelite woman is not necessary every single time for an Israelite to be born. An Israelite man is always necessary. And this is the hard truth that a lot of you may don't understand or don't want to understand because you don't like the truth, do you? Because you think the truth hurts, which is the reason why a lot of you don't want to believe that you're the Israelites, but we are. Just the fact that you so-called black women cannot grow hair, read Isaiah, the 3rd chapter and the 16th verse to the end of the chapter. Read it. You're so brave, right? You're so this and you're so that. You're all Christians. You so-called black women claim to be Christians all the time. Read it, man. Don't look at me and be like, oh, but you're bold though. You're bold. You ain't got no hair. Is that because you did that? What it says in Isaiah 3. Well, I'm not a woman, am I? And there's men of other nations that will be just as bold as I am. There's men of other nations that can't grow hair. But among our nation, the longest hair that I see is from the men. Isn't that interesting? Among every other nation, the longest hair that you're going to see comes from the women. But among our nation, the longest hair that you're going to see most of the time natural is from the men. Why is that? And all of you women actually have thought about that and considered that in your youth. And now you've been told the answer, you don't want to believe it because it would mean that you did something wrong. And your ego can't handle that, can it? Verse 57, and toward her young one that cometh from between her feet. And that's why some of you women are like, man, we need to unalive our children if it's a male. Because you're just wicked and evil, man. And towards her children which she shall bear, for she shall eat them for the want of all things, secretly in the seed and straightness. And this happened already in the scriptures, right? But when it goes down again, when Yahweh brings his wrath on our people again, these kind of things are going to happen again. These kind of things are going to happen again, man. All these men are doing these, what's it called? Where they mukbangs, where they eating all these crab legs. They're like, that crab leg, that mukbang seafood boil thing is one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen food-wise. They come with a big plastic bag, right? Filled with all this greasy stuff and bare fish that you're not supposed to eat. Open the bag on your table, right? They give you gloves and then you just tuck in. They give you gloves because it's so greasy and slimy that you don't want to get it all on your hands. And they open up a bag of fish. No plate. They just open up a bag of fish with shells on them right in front of your plate. Right in front of you. Not even a plate, I mean. Right in front of your table. And you've got a designated slop area. And then they've got a designated slop area as well. And you just tuck in. That's disgusting, man. And I used to eat shellfish and all that. right? I used to eat prawns. I've ate lobster before, and when I ate it, I thought I was doing something. I'm sitting at the table with some damn nut cracking device, something that looks like it's supposed to open up a damn walnut. Didn't even know how to use it. But I'm simple minded as most of you are, thinking, oh yeah, this is what it's about, eating lobster in life. It was stupid. I don't even remember what it tasted like. But was there a spiritual judgment for me doing that? Health wise? Absolutely. Absolutely, man. So you don't get away with nothing that you think you're getting away with anyway. And all you people scoffing against the Israelites, you ain't going to get away with that. And some of you are going to have the nerve, even after you've put your face all on the internet scoffed, you're going to have the nerve to still think that the Israelites that you scoffed against are going to have to help you when it goes down. Oh, but we're your brothers, man. We're your bro-. No, you're not. You're our enemy according to the gospel's sake right now. You're beloved, though, for the father's sake. What fathers? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You're beloved for that. But you're a scoffer for everything else. And you really should have watched your mouths, man. But your Jakes can't ever watch your mouth when it comes to your own people. You're always so judgmental and know all the stats and can figure out everything that we do wrong. But when it comes to assessing any other race, you can't see the wrong that they do. You just focus on whether they're a good race or not, based on whether they got money or not. And most of them ain't even got no money. Most of them ain't balling either, man. This whole society, as it is, the main two focuses on this society are so-called black people, Latinos, and Native Americans. Especially so-called black people and Latinos right now. The Native Americans are kind of still off to the side, waiting for Yahweh to start bringing things upon them to prove, to make it be shown that they're the Israelites as well, right? But so-called black people and Latino and Mexican and all them Hispanic, so-called Hispanic people, right? They're the main ones, and so-called white people. The whole world revolves around us, man. We're the main players in this world. The whole world, the whole thing going on this earth is really about Jacob and Esau. But some of you people don't want to accept that you can't see it because you've been blinded. Verse 57 again, Deuteronomy 28 and verse 57. And towards her young one that cometh from between her feet, and towards her children which she shall bear, for she shall eat them for the want of all things, secretly in the siege and straitness, with thine enemy shall distress thee in thy gates. And that's getting ready to happen, man. A lot of these women that you're going to see in this society when it goes down, they're going to have secretly hate their children. Things are going to have got real dark in the society, and people are going to have not ate for a long amount of time. And people are going to stumble upon a woman and be like, how she still managed to be sustained in a food way. And you're not going to know that she's digested in her stomach a human baby once. Now, y'all want to say, nah, that's not going to happen. I would never do. All right. Okay. But you eat them seafood boils, though, innit? And them crab legs. You eat all of that, though, innit? Okay. You keep telling yourself that, man. Y'all are so tough, innit? You so-called black people are so tough. I forgot who I was talking to, man. You're so tough. You want to start petitions to be against the Israelites, but you never started a petition to get them drug lords out of your area, did you? You never started a petition to get the rap music that's making women twerk up themselves, and all the only dance move they ever know how to do is to shake their batty crease. They don't know, like women don't. Do women do any other dance moves these days? They start walking, shaking up themselves, they turn around, then some random woman that you won't even necessarily even see the woman that's doing the sound effect. Yeah. You'll be like, raw. I thought there was, oh, mate, where did that voice come from? It's like it's a background music as soon as women start twerking. It could be a funeral. Yeah. You could be going in a store buying groceries. Yeah. You could be driving down the street and someone plays the twerk anthems. Hey, mate, do you know any other dance moves, man? What the fuck, man? You got any other dance moves in you? Is that all you want to be, a twerk machine, bro? You don't know no other dance moves. And Benjamin's one of the worst tribes when it comes to that. Them man are doing a Rob Van Dam 5-star frog splash off the top rope. I don't know when frog splashing someone became dancing. I don't know when I don't know when hitting a woman with a tombstone pile driver on her head and then shaking up yourself behind her. When did that become dancing, man? Thrusting up behind, hit thrusting, grinding upon a woman in her behind her, and that, and then you really do a deep thrust like a kettlebell swinging her, and then bounce her all the way to the other damn side of the room, lighting her denim shorts on fire. What dance moves that? That's called a pyromaniac where I'm from. That's not dancing. Why is there fire involved in your dance? That's what I'm trying to figure out. But y'all never started a petition for that, did you? But you're claiming you want to start a petition to be against the Israelites. You're lost. You're lost, man. Got so much hate, and then the black slogan is this: if you ain't got no haters, you ain't doing it right. So okay, I guess the Hebrew Israelites are doing it the best of everyone then, because they got the most haters. But you haven't considered that your black proverbs are proving that the people that you claim that you are so wicked and all that they actually obviously got to be doing it the best because they got the most haters without having to chase the bag as hardcore as you chase the bag. Because they've obviously got some money. They've obviously got some. Because how did they buy the cameras that they're recording in? How did they buy the clothes that they're wearing in? And most of you people that was talking about how the Israelites ain't got no money. Well, right now you've got all these MAGAs, these MAGAs that voted for Mr. 47. Some of them are complaining about the whole SNAP thing that's been taken away. And these are not black people complaining about this. These are so-called white people. But I thought that was just a thing that so-called black people are taking advantage of it and all that. It's just there's too much hypocrisy going on around here, man. And when this prophecy that I'm about to read starts taking place, a lot of you people are going to get humbled, man. 2 Ezra chapter 15 and verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand at the fight against another, and swords in their hands. So for all you tough guys out there, you think you're bad, right? Don't worry, you're going to get your chance, man, to prove how bad you are. You've been going gym, yeah? You've been going gym? You've got a deadlift. You've checked your deadlift stats, and you're 2.5. I can do 2.5 times body weight deadlift. Okay, let's see how that transfers into the being able to defend yourself against the day of the Lord. Or I've been able to work myself up to a 2 times body weight bench, or a 2 times body weight back barbell back squat. I'm doing it. I've been able to slap out 200 press ups in a row now. Like I've really 500 squats in a row straight up. I can do 50 pull-ups and 100 press-ups in under 5 minutes. I've been getting my calisthenics going, man. I've been doing it. Okay. Let's see how that helps you get through the day of the Lord. It won't. It won't, man. Joab was a real mighty man, for real. Smiting men under the fifth rib and all that. He perished. He perished, right? King David was a mighty man. He did wrong, and he ended up perishing because of the wrong he did. Now he's going to come back and be reincarnated again, but he also perished, man. Sin makes a man perisheth. Yeah, it does. Verse 15, for the sword and destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand at the fight against another, and swords in the hand. 2 chapter 15 and verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Now, a lot of you people in this world, you like to have a society where the rules are broken, as long as everybody else decides to play by the rules. Right? So some of you women out there, you don't mind a society where women can kind of be flexible with how the women does the woman thing, but you want the men to have to stay doing the man thing. You want the men to be forced by law to have to do the men's role, but you as women can be flexible with what you do. Or I want him to be forced to have to still pay for me after we're no longer together. I don't want him to be able to go on and get with another woman and use his money for her. No, I want him to be forced to have to still use it on me, even though he's not with me no more. And we'll call it spousal support. But you wouldn't want to have to be forced to cook for that, man. Or many of the other things. You wouldn't have to be forced to do that by law, would you? But when this is the time that this prophecy is talking about gets done, I mean, it's fulfilled on the earth, everyone's going to be against the rules, not just you. Like some of you so-called roadmen out there, you like having a situation where you can run upon people. That, oh, give me that chain, man. You'll get out of that car. Okay, it's easy to be like that when other people are playing by different rules. When someone's thinking, I've got work in the morning, they'll be like, you know what? I'm not prepared to fight you over this. I'm not prepared to get into a fight with you right now because you're acting belligerent in public. I'll let it slide because I've got things that I want to hope for in this world. That if I get into a fight with you, I might go jail. But you're not caring about that. It's easy to be tough then. But when everyone finally realizes those things are not happening, those trinkets and that lifestyle that I wanted to have is no longer going to happen, everyone's going to play by the same kind of rules. My way versus their way. And I'm prepared to try and enforce my will on them. This is what's getting ready to happen now. Some of you people don't believe it, but you're going to see it though. Some of you people, like 11 days ago, was celebrating Halloween, right? But those same creatures and stuff like that, some people are going to live to see things just like that on this earth, man. Those same spirits and things that you was thinking are imaginary and fake, and it's just for the movies, you're going to realize that those things were real. Some of them characters that you dressed up from horror movies, you're going to be faced with people just like that, man. And then it's not going to be so cute no more, innit? Verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men and invade one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. If you've got the ability to do it, you're going to be able to get away with it. Verse 17, a man should desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For all you people that you think having properties all over the globe, or all over the nation, or all over the region, well, you're not going to be able to get to the rest of those properties that you got. You might even be able to get to the one that you decide to live in a time that's prophesied to happen on the earth. I was watching the movie Bushwick the other day. Right, the movie Bushwick, which is starring Dave Bautista, and he's a big brolic guy in that movie. He's like, I think Bautista in real life's like 6'5", and in this movie it looked like it was easily like 250 minimum, 270 plus in that movie. And there came a point in that movie where he bugged out. The woman kept asking him too much questions. He was like, I don't know, man. He just spazzed out like, I don't know. And he started telling her his whole life story, started crying, right? And the woman started looking at him like, ugh. She started to kind of wasn't starting to rate him. And he opened up her closet in the laundromat. This is a spoiler if you haven't watched the movie, so you might want to turn it off or whatever, right? He opened up another room in the laundromat that it was in, right? And some small petite woman that must have been like maybe 5'3", 100 pounds. She shot him through the when he opened up the door because she said he was coming after her. She thought he was coming after her to hurt her. She shot him and killed him. He's 6'5", 270 pounds or whatever. Was about 5'3", 100 pounds. Shot him. He's out of the movie now. He's got no more lines in that movie. No more lines, man. Then the woman that was the main character in the movie, another spoiler again, she ended up running out of the laundromat and that they're having a little shootout with people and this and that. Then she ended up getting killed as well. Unalived. Because having any might, I think you're going to escape the day of the Lord's wrath through your own might is not going to happen, man. In order to make it through the day of the Lord's wrath, you're going to need plot armor. And what's the plot armor? Being of the elect to the nation of Israel. Having faith in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. The plot armor of having faith in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is so heavy that even if you did technically lose your life, you don't lose your life. You come back again. Just like how his son did. But some of you people don't have that kind of level of faith. And that's why when they bring that MOTB, when they bring that, you know what I mean? When they bring that that thing there, yeah, a lot of you are gonna take it, aren't you? But y'all think y'all so tough. A lot of you are gonna take it when they bring that, man. And I think that's a good place to, I'll read a bit more. Verse 2 chapter 15 and verse 18, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. This is said so often, and people still don't understand this, man. If men are scared, and men are the people that most of the time take away a woman's fear, what are the women going to be doing? Are the women going to say, you know what, it's time for our femininity ovaries to activate, our feminine ovaries to activate, and we're going to show these men that this is how it's done. It's finally here, girls, and they're going to roll up their sleeves, like on that poster where she's rolling up her sleeves. She got the red bandana around her head. She's going to roll up her, and she's in denim. She's going to roll up her sleeves and be like, all right, come on, girls, let's show them how it's done. Ah! And we're going to go fight this battle. No, they're going to be even more scared, man. Because they ain't going to have the men that they used to use to try and boost up their ego. They ain't going to have them to rely on because the men's going to be through themselves. But some of you people, again, you don't believe that though, dear. You think, nah, this could never happen. Not to me. Nah, that couldn't happen. Maybe to them mans, but not to me though. That could never happen to me. Okay. Stay being arrogant, man. Think it couldn't happen to you. Keep thinking that. But there's things taking place in the world that clearly show that chasing a bag is not going to be enough. Because the bag's changing. The bag's becoming digital. Isn't it? It is, right? If you're really about chasing it, and here's some of you people are about chasing a bag. And I can guarantee that certain Hebrew Israelites know and understand the financial system better than you do. But y'all are about chasing the bag, but I can guarantee certain Hebrew Israelites understand the financial world a lot better than you. But y'all are about just having the physical money, but don't even understand the financial languages of this world. Guarantee. Now, some of you might know it better than us. Okay, congratulations. But we don't believe in it anyway. You should know it better than us because you believe in it. Verse 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. 2 chapter 15 and verse 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. This is what's going to be happening. Men ain't going to have, pity. That's the reason why a lot of women get away with a lot of the maddest to get away in this world. Because of pity. They're like, oh, if I was to do something to them, that's not even fair, man. That's not even fair. Like, I was watching RoboCop, man. RoboCop 2. It was RoboCop 2. And I decided to watch it because it was made like a long time ago, man. It was really made. I think it was made in 1990. I was like, let me watch this, man, and see what kind of thing they were showing in 1990. And in the first 6 minutes of that movie, it's brutal, man. An old lady almost gets run over in the first 30 seconds or whatever of the movie. She's on the floor. A guy comes over looking like he's gonna help her, grabs her wallet off her, pushes her back down on the ground, walks off laughing, right? Then the man that robbed her, he gets brutalized, right? Then I think the next person comes over and he gets like beat up by some woman. She's like kicks him in the eye with her high heel. They rob him. Two women jump him and rob him. Then they start walking on the street. Then a building explodes, right? But after he robbed the woman, by the way, the old lady, after he robbed her, right? The crowd cheered after, like the crowd of people that was around started cheering. They didn't say, let's help that old lady. They didn't care. And this is the kind of society that's getting ready to happen, man, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And this is what a lot of you people don't actually believe. You don't really believe this stuff would happen. Because you're banking on the fact that, oh, no matter how much I break the rules, everybody else still has to play by it. Everybody else is still going to play by the rules. No, not necessarily, man. The day is going to come where everyone's against the rules. The set order of how things go, a road rage. I'm going to beat my horn at you, and you're going to beat your horn at me. You're going to do I'm going to go like this to you. You're going to go like this to me, right? And then that's the end of it. And I've got my road rage out, and we're both sigh relief. And I'm going to go home and tell him about the crazy person on the road that I saw, and I had to tell him about this, tell him about himself. There's times in this society right now where that road rage don't go the way how people expect it to go. They try and act like how they normally act in road rage, and they get followed. All these body camera arrest videos that we can see on the internet, on the TV, they take place because somebody decided to not follow the set rules. They decided to not follow the way how things usually go, man. Like, there's this saying that Marlo makes, man, and I heard somebody bring this back up again on a video I watched. I'm gonna bring it up. There's a saying that this character Marlo Stanfield makes in The Wire, and he says you want it to be one way. You want, and to the security guys, like, you want it to be one way. You want it to be one way. You want it to be one way. And then he says, no, it's going to be the other way. And in the time to come, that's how it's going to be going in this society. People are going to expect it to be going one way. It's going to go another way. Men are going to expect it to go one way, and it's going to go another way. Women are going to expect it to go one way. It's going to go another way. Edomites are going to expect it to go one way, and it's going to go another way. Because there's certain things that Edomites get away with in this society where nobody else can get away with that kind of stuff, and everybody knows it, but they don't speak about it. There's certain things where a small hat can get away with things, and nobody checks them. But prophecy says that that's not going to be happening. And let me see if I still got that prophecy open. And I haven't, but I'm going to go to it right now anyway. I'll still go to it, man. Isaiah chapter 14. There's going to come a time where the people that usually get away with things ain't going to be getting away with it no more. Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 5. Yahweh have broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continuous stroke. He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth. There's going to come a time where the people that have been persecuting everybody, destroying the world, are going to start getting hands put on them, judgment put on them. And no one's going to be able to stop them. This is going to happen. But arrogance would make you think it could never happen to you. But there's prophecies about that. Isaiah 47, man. Let me read the last bit of this. Second chapter 15 and verse 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with a sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and to a great tribulation. Now, I'm going to end the video there. And most people would not have even made it close 5 minutes into this video, right, before they turn it off because of their arrogance and how they don't want to listen to the truth. Or they think, oh, I can't stand what this guy looks like. I can't stand it. I can't listen to this guy. Nah. That's the reason why when the judgment comes, you're not going to have no excuse. And on that, I'm going to say shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom.